What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Kid Taj, and I wasn't in town the last few days, so I wasn't able to make a video and comment on this situation, but if you guys haven't noticed, a lot of weird stuff is going down, and I'm gonna update for the people that don't know the specifics or might not be all the way filled in. Basically, what happened is there was a problem, I guess, with Isaiah Thomas's hip, and the physical didn't go through, and the trade could be voided soon. I think there's a day, I think it's like Tuesday or Wednesday, where the trade could be voided if they don't come up with something, because what happened is, like, it didn't go through, but now, like, the Cavs are asking for more. And the Celtics and Cavs have gotten themselves into a situation where their players that they had put in this trade don't want to play for them anymore. And look, this is clearly a bigger L for the Celtics right now, and for multiple reasons. First of all, Kyrie Irving already wanted out from Cleveland in the first place. The reason that this trade was going to go through is because Kyrie Irving wanted out of Cleveland. They wanted to get rid of him. They wanted to get this new team together as soon as possible. They wanted to get something back so they could start working with that and start developing, this new face. Or, like, obviously LeBron is going to be your main guy, but the surroundings for LeBron are going to be different, and that's very important for everybody to get used to. So, Cleveland trying to pull the trigger on a trade now to get Kyrie out of there. And, of course, everybody knows they traded for Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, the 2018 Brooklyn Nets first-round pick, and Ante Zizic. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm definitely not, but I think he's a rookie, and he's not really coveted, so it's not like a huge deal. He's not a huge deal, but anyway, it's funny because since this trade didn't go through, the Cavs are really benefiting from this. And a trade that I was already thinking like, whoa, the Cavs are getting way more than they should be getting. Because in the first place, I'm thinking, well, Kyrie's value should have decreased because of all this chatter. Everybody knows that he's going to be out of there. He's going to get traded at some point. People aren't going to throw you a huge offer immediately because they have time, right? Or at least they know the Cavs got to get rid of him. So they're like, look, the Cavs might just want to jump at any opportunity, really, because not everybody's going to throw an offer at Kyrie Irving, remember. But somehow, some way, I felt like the Cavs easily had the better end of the deal with what they were getting, receiving Thomas, Crowder, that other rookie, and the Nets pick, which was probably, along with Isaiah Thomas, the biggest part of the deal. The Cavs had all of that, and this trade almost goes through. And it doesn't, but another really important piece of this is the fact that Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder do not want to play for the Celtics. They feel betrayed. They don't want in to this franchise right now. So right now, the Celtics got to move them. And it's even worse because when you think about it, the Celtics didn't need to make a trade right now or soon at all. They jumped at the opportunity that Kyrie Irving was available. They wanted to get him and hope to build towards the future as soon as they could. But it's not like the Celtics had a ticking time bomb. It's not like anything about their situation rendered that, they had to do something immediately. They had to pull the trigger immediately. And on top of that, I don't think that this trade was productive anyway for them. I don't think they needed Kyrie Irving on their squad. And now they've gotten to a point where they've frustrated Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder, and those guys have to be moved soon because they're like, well, why would we play for this team now? They don't want to play for Boston anymore. So Kyrie's going to be on the move soon, and man, it would be awkward if Kyrie doesn't get traded. If this thing gets voided and he doesn't get traded before training camp, it's going to be awkward. It's going to be really awkward. Everybody knows he's going to be out of there anyway. So man, some weird stuff going on. But for why I say this is bad for the Celtics is that this trade, it's a good chance it's still going to happen. And that's just because these teams are eager to move on with these players, especially after they frustrated them. And that really includes the Celtics. The Cavs were desperate. Now the Celtics are desperate. The Celtics didn't need to be desperate before. They didn't need to be in this situation. And I know it's like, wow, how this is just like, you can't really foresee a trade getting delayed and potentially voided like this. It's not something that you can be like, oh, that's definitely going to happen here. And even though, so I didn't think that they should be doing this trade anyway, at least right now, this trade they had proposed. I don't think it was necessary to throw all that in there. And now it's like, the Cavs want more. I mean, that's the big thing. The Cleveland Cavaliers are now asking for either, I believe it's Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum, which is huge. That's one of those picks. That's 2 top 3 picks that have been drafted, but we know that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have big time potential. There's no guarantee either of them turns out to be anything at all. I mean, really, they both could be bust. I mean, really low chance of that. But there's a good chance that one of them, if not both of them, will be solid players or star players. They could both be star players. It's like, that's a really low probability too, but still, at least one of them should pan out. The chances of these guys being good is high. They've got really good athletic tools and they know how to play. I just think, man, if you're giving away one of these guys along with the package you already offered, you're taking a big time L. You're taking a huge L. And along with the fact that I didn't think this trade was very good for them in the first place, and on top of that, it was just not necessary for them to go after Kyrie Irving right now and offer the amount of pieces they did. Obviously, they were pretty desperate to get this deal done, so nobody else could get Kyrie except for them. But the asking price was, man, it was higher than it should have been. And now it's going to be even higher than that, because I think this is actually a little bit strategic, or at least I should say the Cavs could use this to their advantage. The fact that Boston is now pressured to make the trade, they can ask for a little bit more from Boston, because they know that Boston, I mean, they got to get rid of those guys now. I mean, they have to. If they bring those guys into training camp, everybody knows they're going to be gone. They don't want to play there. The morale's going to be bad. And they've gotten themselves into a bad spot. So the best case scenario for the Boston Celtics is to somehow, execute the original trade. That's the best you can do, and as soon as possible. But like, the chances of that, I don't know. I don't know if I think, and it's funny because if I was the Cavs and after all the time runs out, the Celtics still aren't budging, they're not going to give you anything extra, I'm still taking the trade. I still want to go through with it, because honestly, this is the best opportunity you will get to get rid of Kyrie Irving. And you have to get rid of Kyrie Irving at some point. There's no reason to look for other trades. You're not going to get an offer better than this, most likely. So you can bet on that, which is like a really steep, like, I would never do that. This is good. You want this. Not only is this the best thing you're going to get, but this is favoring you. This is good for you. So the Cavs would be out of their minds, I feel like, to pass this up, especially in the circumstances they're in, and especially what they've done with the Celtics. Now they're pressuring them to, make the move, and they're asking for more Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. This would be an all-time finesse if they could pull one of those guys. If they really could. I mean, imagine if it's Tatum. Imagine if they get Tatum and next year's pick and Isaiah Thomas and Jake, like, that's not fair. It really isn't. So, oh my God, this is crazy. And it's funny how, the Celtics are now at a disadvantage because of this. Because Kyrie Irving, he already wants out. But the Celtics are already offering too much as it is, and now they got into trouble with their players. So now the Cavs know they're vulnerable. So they're going to ask for more, even if they pull like a Terry Rozier or something smaller than Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. It's still a big W. I think, man, the Cavaliers could really get a steal here. This is huge. And if the trade gets voided, if no one goes through with it, it's going to be real interesting, because these teams are going to be looking to get rid of these guys as quick as possible to find new trades. And honestly, if that happens, man, the Cavs, or both of these teams, aren't going to get very good deals, I don't think, because everybody knows now. It's like Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder, you don't have to pay as much for them because the Celtics are eager to get them out now if this trade doesn't go through. Same thing with Kyrie Irving as it's always been. They're not going to offer that much for him, because why would they? Why would they overpay for something that the other team's eager to get rid of? Maybe it's just to get there first. I don't know if any team is really that desperate for Kyrie Irving right now. The Celtics, besides the Celtics, because the Celtics offered too much for Kyrie Irving. This is gonna be good. Whatever happens, it's gonna be juicy. I think this is gonna be cool. I like that this is happening. This is very interesting dynamic that we're seeing here. That's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, comment what you think about the situation. What do you think is gonna happen? Who do you think is taking the biggest L? For me, it's obviously the Celtics here. Things don't look good. Subscribe if you're new, and I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.